Let's talk about the Revenant. A light gunship. Light gunship my ass. It uses aggressive turret placements to suppress and dominate opponents with constant barrages of gunfire. Well, I'll be using the Colonial equivalent against it. The Minotaur. If I can find it. Minotaur, I think, in terms of point value, is a little cheaper, but that's alright. So there's nothing fancy here. No munitions, no fighters, just two big ships shooting bullets at each other in space because we are civilized. Massive front armor. It goes right in. Everywhere else is eh. Generally speaking, the Cylons are or the Colonials more reliant on their armor, but the Colonials do have a larger fleet. System processes. Let's see what we got for navigation, fire control, and radius range. Ah, here is something that is not great. You can only have two systems overclocked
Systems have
on this
been
one.
updated.
So we have our radius range maxed. God, 40, not very good. Movement probably around 25.
By
Not
your
bad.
command.
Let's kill the fire control for now because we don't need it, and let's max out the tech bay. Ah, that's better. Greatest range maximum more like 72. And we'll check out the turrets when we get into gun range of this thing. But given the emphasis on the front and the top, this thing is gonna kind of come at them from the front and below, I would say.
Calculating.
So we'll keep it like this. This seems to work. Let's kill navigation now, and let's go fire control now. Max. And the fire control is, wow, looks like about 60 is the max range, so if it does wander into radius range, it won't be able to, we won't be able to shoot at each other when we first see each other, but that won't be terribly long. Kind of getting worried now. Let's go engineering.
Systems have been updated.
Alright, let's go, come on. Let's have at it. Let's roll. Ah! It's just barely outside of radius range. This thing's a brawler. You put it at the very front, it will absorb some damage and dish out a fair bit, I think.
Hostile unit
Alright.
identified.
And this ship design was allegedly stolen from the Scorpia shipyards, according to the
By your command.
description. Focus fire. Oh, cool. It's got considerably less front armor than we do, but Colonial ships are meant to kind of do things from the broadsides. So, like, these things are... The Minotaur is supposed to be a little better. And from left and right, I wouldn't want to fight it. But head on, going head to head with a Revenant, it's a good way for this thing to get killed. It doesn't have the front-facing weapons, and it doesn't have the front-facing armor.
Calculating.
And I'm going to start descending. I should actually probably descend a whole lot more than that. Alright. Yeah, head-to-head with the Revenant is a really great way to die. The Minotaur is not making good use of its broadsides.
By your command.
They're just... There's nothing fancy when you're using ships like this. And this is another one of the cases where in the game you can or should exploit your knowledge of the enemy ship's weaknesses. What that Revenant perhaps should have done was, after getting close enough to me, would be to present its broadsides. And then try to maneuver to do a broadside on broadside action, where I would be at a disadvantage, and try to keep going from head to head and try to keep away from the forward-facing weapons of the Revenant. They're basically the same ship, but with the opposite attitude towards battle. And the Cylons, in my opinion, have it right. I'm giving them a much smaller target profile to aim at. Not that you have a hard time hitting targets. It's science fiction future. The bullets probably are fairly accurate, except for, oh my fuck, all the times everything's missing. But you would think that you would want to fight from the front, because it's harder to be hit. Broadside, sure, you get flak and you get lots of power, but you're a massive target that doesn't really allow too much unpredictability in battle. Yeah, Revenant's pretty good. It's simple and good.